please refresh this. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is David. This is Stefan, and this is Max.
Hello.
And this is a live chat. All right.
Let's talk about the state of the game at this moment, because last time we spoke in live chat, it was only 3 days in the game, so now we are 11 days in, and we are proud to announce that the first Oracle has been constructed, and it's starting to build the slot at this moment.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The strongest alliance are catching up and starting to their own Oracle at this moment.
That's we'll do just that.
Okay.
In about 5 minutes maybe. Because we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. First of all, we have about like 6 topics total. Some of them come from the questions that we're getting from the forums or in the game, and some of them come from the changes that we did to brainstorm this week. We had like what two patches this week.
Yeah, we went through 2 different maintenance this week.
Okay.
First was including a lot of fixes, and then the second was due to the change we did in the delay between upgrades you can do on fragments and knowledge.
Yeah.
It was a risky change in the game mechanics, in the one of the core mechanics, and to adjust the timer we needed another maintenance. Everything should be back on track now and working fine.
Yeah, because we had some. It was a recurring comment that people at the beginning of the game they just wanted to play a little more. They wanted to get hooked. So we tweaked. We felt that the early game was a little too slow for the rest of the game. So we kind of tweaked 2 of the mechanics. We can go over them.
We had some feedback from you that the early game was a bit slow. You wanted to have more action and to be able to play a while longer. So for the new players, they will have some resources to start with, so they can build a few more buildings and start more mission.
Yeah. First one is let me just go the quests. Like by the end of the tutorial, they will give like additional resources, so that helps for when you're done with the tutorial. You can have like a boost to get your buildings going and stuff.
So that the player will be able to catch up a little bit.
Yeah. The other one is every mastery in the game. When you master a notion, for example, like if I djembe, for example, if I got this fragment from the world, I can answer right away a question about it. And then, since it's level 1, it was like 12 hours later.
Yeah.
Right? So we tweaked it so that now every time you master a knowledge, you can master it like in a shorter time frame. Again. So
you can come back and answer your question and gain bonus energy and send even more mission. So if you want to play for a longer time, you will have more questions to answer, and you will have a longer play experience every session.
Cool. Okay. Do we talk about the dashboard, man? I think we wanted to talk about the dashboard.
Yeah.
What did you want to say about it?
Well, there's one thing that isn't well known about the dashboard. Is in the screen, if you have no mastery at the moment that's available, you will see how long before you get your next mastery. So if at any time you think that you have nothing else you can do, you can check the screen. You will see instead of the master knowledge button, you will see the number of the time you will have to wait for your next mastery.
Okay, if I'm done with all of my questions, I see how long I have to wait
for the next question to be available.
Okay, that's
so. Another thing that is interesting about the dashboard is even if the dashboard has a limit of energy, because you can see it is 750 because your reactor is at level 2.
Yeah, right.
Even if you gather more knowledge than this amount, you won't be your production will be limited to this amount. You need to upgrade your reactor in order to increase your energy production even more.
Yeah.
Once you have upgraded your reactor, your energy production will go up to its level to the level it should be, according to the knowledge you have gathered so far.
Like for example, like if I upgrade to level 3, I'm gonna get to. My cap is going to be 750 an hour?
It will be 1,500
Okay,
because you have
in
already
advance
have.
of that, okay.
So
right
that's
now-
another point that so we had question about that.
Yeah.
How can we see the bonus of a building in the game? You can see the next level of a building by consulting the
By just
by
clicking on it, yeah.
clicking on it, and you can see the actual the current level or the next few levels by clicking on Genia on the
Yeah.
top left side.
Yeah, this is another trick. Like if you click on Jenny, and this is something, by the way, that you guys should read, because there are a lot of tips in there on what to do, what do these resources do, etc. But if you go, every single building in the game is listed here in this menu under building, and you can anticipate like all the levels of the building and what you're gonna get for each of these levels. Like for example, my control center level 4 will give me this expert, these 2 fragments, and the modifier, it will augment my population potential of 900.
Yeah, and we're receiving a few questions on the chat
Cool,
regarding populations.
Okay.
That's something we covered rapidly during the game mechanics video that is available on Twitch and on YouTube, but we can speak about it a little bit more. When you build smart buildings, like your hospital, geology lab, or most of them,
Yeah.
they come with, the way I explain it is that they come with their workers. So if you build them, automatically some people will come into your city and they will fill the new job created by the building you just did.
So just
So that's your potential, that's your population potential. Let's
So,
see,
like,
you
the
build-
hospital?
You've got them all.
the hospital upgrades the potential,
Yeah,
the vertical farm as well.
as well. So if you click on it, building your level 1 farm will give you a new potential of 1,000 resident in your city.
The urban center? No? Is
Yeah,
that
they all
filled?
do, but not in the same way. Hospital and vertical farm give you way more population potential.
Okay.
So that's the denominator
Okay.
that you see on the top of your screen in your resources.
Yeah.
And when you have a gap between your actual population and your potential, you should always fill that gap
Yeah.
with,
Always make sure you build, like if
with
all-
housing. So there's 4 different types of housing. They vary, their benefits and their cost vary, so it all depends on your strategy, and some have requirements.
there's residential area.
Residential is the one that comes automatically in the game, but if you have vertical farm, you can build the greenhouse. And
right,
so on
all
and
of
so
these
on,
ones,
the
yeah.
villa and
Okay, cool.
the downtown.
And Demogorgon, I agree with you that the level 3 of the cognitive reactor is a bit too harsh. The cost is a bit too
Yeah, it's pretty.
expensive.
It's pretty.
So maybe adjust in the next next game. In this game, everyone will be at the same pace, but we'll adjust that for the next game.
Yeah, for now we're just like trying to test the pace of early game, mid game, and the end game as well. Right now we're still pretty much in the early game, I think. Starting to get into mid game.
Yeah, well, we're getting mid-game. At this moment, everyone should be looking to complete the most knowledge unit that they can. Because the first Oracle are coming and yours will be soon, so the race is really on at this moment.
Speaking of which, let's talk about the best players right now and the best alliances, right, guys?
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions or?
I'm still not covered with the QC Killer Pro. Seems to have a problem of upgrading residential buildings. So I'm yet to exactly understand why he's asking.
What's his name?
But Mayframe is trying to, she's jumping in and trying to help him.
Okay.
So if you guys are not covered with that topic during the live chat, feel free to contact any of us in
On
the chat
forums?
rooms
Yeah.
or in the forums.
Yeah. Let's talk about the chat rooms right now. You want
Yeah.
Okay. We have chat in the game. In case you guys hadn't noticed, it's right here. Actually, we don't see it because my screen. It's right here. Did you see my cursor? That's like bottom left. Sorry. The chat button is right here. You just click on it, and you can browse through the different chat rooms that you can get. You can pop it out if you want. This week we fixed a glitch that when you were in a chat room, you just kept seeing like people disconnecting and entering. We fixed that. That was annoying. What else? The forums. We also have forums, which are like right here at the top. Usually, above the middle, there's a huge button that's called Forums. Guys, if there's a place to like talk to your alliance team or ask your questions or suggestions and stuff, use that. A lot of the things are covered in there. Also, like our latest patch notes and what else? What else do we have?
News, patch notes. You can.
If you have any suggestions about
Yes,
the game, you can add your suggestion there, and we.
Yeah, some of the guys are suggesting, like for example, Around the World, which is an excellent suggestion by Cryan Threvar. Okay.
And we're always happy to discuss your suggestions and questions or bugs in the chat. But if there's no one from Genia looking or reading the chat at this point, your comments and questions can go two ways. So sending them as a bug report or in the forums is the preferred way if you want your bugs or suggestions to live on and get an answers to.
And like we're really trying to have as many people as possible in the forums at all times. We have people during the day, we have people during the night. So we're doing the best that we can to be there for you guys. Another thing that actually this is a really important thing about the forums. How do you communicate with your alliance efficiently? Okay. First, like if you see at the bottom right here, there's usually a chat with your friends. These are either people that you invited yourself or people from your current alliance. That being said, usually in the forums, as soon as you're in an alliance with more than one people, you automatically have a message board, like a thread that is started for your alliance, and usually it is private to you guys. Right now we're experiencing some issues, and
a few of the forums, a few of the alliances forums are not protected, so everyone can see what's in there. So if we scroll slowly and you see your alliance name in this list, your forum is not secure right now.
Yeah.
Unless it's David's alliance, that you will see that alliance in the list, but I think this one is secure.
Well, there's a really good mechanic that's also available and that you guys should use in the meanwhile. If you see my cursor right here, up top, there's an envelope that you can click on, and that's called Conversations.
Yeah, actually, we're missing this area in the live.
Yeah, well, I know we are, but like it's right here where my cursor is, right next to the bell. And like in this, you can invite up to 10 people in it. So basically all the members of your alliance. As soon as you start a conversation, people are notified by email, and then all your conversation is private. So if you guys need to communicate some strategies and stuff, use that. Have any questions?
Yeah.
One from Ozzy who's asking who's creating the knowledge and fragments questions. We've got a team of intelligent people, that's the way we call them, in the studios. They've got different backgrounds, but two come from schools, and they've got different specialties. So we've created all that stuff internally. We're doing research. We're brainstorming on what knowledge and fragments will integrate in the game. So this version you see is one of them, but they are all working on a next series of questions and fragments that you'll see later this year. So we're planning on including new stuff every season or so.
Yeah.
So that's all internal. What do we have? Population question.
Common balance issue.
Okay, at the moment we don't have any mechanics for retaliation, because if there is no knowledge that you can gain from someone that attack you, if you spend your energy to attack him, you won't gain anything. But it could be something that we add in the future. But at the moment we want the competition to be about gaining speed over everyone. If you attack someone that doesn't have any fragment that you can gain from them, you're not gaining any speed. You're just spending your energy for nothing.
Yeah.
So there may be more feature to come to gain something from retaliating against attackers, but at this moment we prefer that you find another target instead. Because in the late game, you won't be attacking someone just for fun. You will be attacking the strongest oracles or the top players that you want to gain knowledge from, not attacking the smallest player, because more and more player will attack you as the game go on.
Yeah, and it's either going to be to cripple an oracle or to steal like a specific knowledge that you found using your satellite space center.
Okay.
So.
And no, Genie is not modeled on one of the intelligent people of the studios. He's a creation from different pictures we found over the internet that our lead artist liked. But this one's totally made up. A few of the experts in the game are based on staff. Like the ambassador is based on our CEO.
Right here, this is our CEO right there.
And one of the girls is actually based on his girlfriend, and
okay, that's.
And we've got the guy based on Max and so on and so on. So they're not all based on people in the studio, but some are.
Yeah, for the attackers, the point isn't complete yet. So I understand that it may be frustrating for someone that's being being a big target that can reply at this moment. But if you successfully defend against attacks, you will gain energy enough to.
You can see it here.
I understand that it may be frustrating to keep being attacked without doing anything in return, but that's something that we may integrate in the next version of the game. Because we had in earlier version attacks that could steal genium and energy, and it was very crippling. So at this moment we focus on the main kind of attack that is stealing knowledge from someone else.
Yeah, like your best bet really is to try to find the hardest questions and to defend against them, because every time you defend against someone, you get a huge energy bonus here. And actually that's something we should cover. How do you choose exactly which fragment, like which notion that you're gonna defend with? You already know that, like at the bottom here, one sec. At the bottom here, this is your shield. As you can see, I got attacked quite a few times. Bastards. Right here is this is the inventory of all the fragments that you have. And when you click, like for example, if I click on genes and then I get into the Geniepedia, this is all the basically all the questions that I'm gonna need to answer. They're all about this. But like, can you see right here? There's like a green dot over some of the questions. These are the ones that I already mastered. If I already mastered them, I can assign them directly to my shield using this button here. For example, I click here, my shield is already full, so it's going to offer me to replace it with either with the oldest one or the less efficient one. Okay, so that's really something to keep in mind when all your energy is depleted. Try to better your shield. You know, like by going through this and going into the Geniepedia, and every single question you answered, you can put them into your shield.
You can go to the Geniepedia even without thinking about your defense, because before you answer your question, you can read about what the topics will be. Yeah. So you will be better prepared for the question to come.
Exactly, because the key, as you saw, like probably there are some really good players right now in the leaderboards. There are like some high scorers, like Tesla is a really good player in the Da Vinci Alliance with 1,800 points. So these guys, what they're probably doing is they're probably reading on the questions, because the key to really be good is to have the highest consecutive streak right here. And every time you miss a question, you actually waste your streak. So how do I keep it? It's by preparing for each question. For example, if I'm not sure what the parachute is going to ask me, like because I haven't read on it, I just got it, I can go through my inventory, click on the parachute, Geniepedia, and then read a little bit about it. And once I'm ready, I can go back and start the question.
And if you don't want to go through all that and read everything on the specific fragments or knowledge, No problem with that. You can try and master it and access the Genia page from there.
Yeah,
So
right here.
doing that at this point, you'll know precisely what information you're looking at, and you are very less likely to forget about it. We've got Cortera that is curious to know who are the 3 guys picking. So we've got David, marketing manager, playing under Naked Jab name.
Yeah, you don't see it.
I am. Yeah,
No, you don't see it, but it's okay.
You don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm Stefan Poulin, producer. Always playing and referred in the studio as Spoo. And we've got game designer.
What's
next
your
to the left.
in-game
Spoo?
Spoo?
Yeah. Should be like 50 something.
Right here. Okay.
And there's Maxim that is
Bugging.
playing Bugging, under Bugging.
Yeah.
I don't know how you write it.
How do you write it?
With the uppercase.
An uppercase?
Uppercase B.
Uppercase B. Okay, it's wow, it's sensitive.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I don't know, but no, only one J.
It's strange. Okay, Max is like a ghost player. You
Yeah.
don't see him. Aha! There you go. Okay, 21. Good job, guys. You're pretty high in the ranking. Okay.
Actually, I'm withholding myself. We got that policy that we don't want to go too high in the leaderboard.
Yeah.
So, and the limit was supposed to be 50. So for all of you other employees over 50,
You're bad employees.
You're
Yeah.
not responding well to the company policies.
Only testing the mechanics, not playing about.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, we covered the latest changes we did to the game. Well, along with the improvements to the early game, there were some bug fixes. The best players. Okay, that's something that I'd like to cover right now. Let's look at the top 10 players. Pretty good, guys. Honestly, really good. I think we're all impressed by the scores that you guys are at right now.
Yeah, because you're playing against, we won't give their names, but a few of the players in the top 10 are some of our personal friends, and they've played games during the holidays and during spring. So, and you can match their performance, and those guys, our friends, are not holding themselves at all. They're playing as good as they can.
They're all in.
and
you're still beating them or close to beating them.
So some of them were first in the last game, so even against us that created the game. So
some pretty
it's
good
pretty
geniuses.
impressive.
Yeah. So, anyways, like this is the top 10. I think it's a good time to announce that for the top 10 players at the end of the beta, we're gonna have some special prizes. One of them is gonna be like an art print, like a concept art done by our guys, an exclusive concept art that's going to be printed and given to the top 10 players at the end of the beta. We also have some cool stuff, like on Facebook right now we're doing some questions on a regular basis, and we want people to participate as much as possible. So we're going to have like 5 giveaways that we're going to do, and it's a pretty cool idea. I can't talk to you about it right now, but keep participating, and in the upcoming days and weeks, we're just going to tell you guys what it's going to be, but it has something to do with you being in the game. Anyways, what else? That's done. Okay, chat and forums, that's done. What to do during my downtimes?
Yeah, because everyone talk about they want to play even more in the game. There's a few things that you may look for in the game to see if you can play even more. First of all, you can see if you have any question left to answer, any mastery left to answer, you can upgrade them. If you don't have any, you can always check the time before you have your next mastery, because every time you answer a question, you gain bonus that will allow you to play even more. The next thing that you can see that you can look for is your task list. If you look at your action in progress, you can see when you will have something new, like a mission from one of your experts that's complete, or a robot that need to be deployed again. So that's where you see when you need to come back for another action.
Yeah.
If you see you don't have anything left to do, there are a few things that you can do. The first thing is you can look at your Genepedia and read about the content.
It's key. It's pretty cool, and
it will help you in all aspect of the game about upgrading your knowledge, mastering knowledge, and Also in your attacks, because attacks are based on what you know. You don't have access to the Geniopedia or Power at this moment.
Yeah, I failed like 2 attacks personally in the early game, and I was angry.
QC Killer, thank you. If you're really wondering if we're speaking French, that would be a nice compliment that we don't have that much of an accent.
Yeah, it's
But oui, on parle français au studio à Québec
Oui.
tout le temps. À la journée longue, la majorité de nos documents sont en français.
Merci.
For you guys that
Was there
didn't
one
get the
other-
last part, we're doing everything in French in the studios. Some of the bugs report are in English, but most of the work is done in French in Quebec City in our studio. And our only studio is in Quebec City. We're all working on the same floor.
That's our only studio because there's only one. Yeah. Okay.
So there's a wallet in the creator team. Yeah, there is a wallet in the creation team. Our owner and founder is Martin Wallet.
Yeah.
And we've got another wallet as well. This morning we've got 3 wallets on the floor.
Okay. Too much information. Okay, so we talked about the top 10 players individually. So these are the guys that are really freaking good at answering questions. We also have the top 10 alliances. Right now, the menu is a little bit not up to par to what we would want, but as we speak, there are many Oracle projects that are being built. The Alliance rankings is mostly based on how powerful your Oracle is. So right now we can see that Intel Federation has, like, first of all, they have 10 members in the Alliance, but they also started their Oracle project. And, well, let's have a look at it. It's not like we spied or anything, but we kind of know it's there. So that's what an Oracle project looks like. If you hadn't seen it before, those are the 60 knowledge units that you need to assemble. It looks pretty cool.
At the moment, they have already built a few slots to connect the knowledge unit, so the Oracle is already gathering power.
Yeah.
The more knowledge slots that will be built and the more knowledge units that are connected, the stronger the Oracle will be. So this alliance is already speeding up.
Yeah, they're at the leaderboard, but they're also vulnerable because people can start attacking those fragments because you can know who has them. So.
And one thing of having an Oracle is, yes, it's the goal of the game. You want to produce energy, so the sooner you get it, the better it is for your energy production and your rank as an alliance. But you've got a type of protection when you don't have an Oracle. That is, people who have the same knowledge and fragments that you have, they can't attack you anymore. So they will have to stop attacking you and target someone else. But when you attack an Oracle, no wonder if you have all the same knowledge as the people you're attacking, you're seeking the destruction of that Oracle. So there's no limit. As long as you have energy, you can attack and attack and attack and destroy whatever they build.
Yeah,
and they'll have to invest again in Genia.
And
so
that's,
when you're ready for Oracles, that's good, but make sure you have many contributors to the same knowledge. That way, before your Oracle slot is destroyed, attacker will have to destroy every single connection your alliance did on a specific knowledge. So if you've got, let's go and see what's in our only Oracle right now. So Genia Gold Rush.
Yep.
There are 2 guys. So if I only attack one of the 2, the energy production of the Oracle will decrease, but the slot won't be destroyed unless within the next 24 hours, me or one of my ally or someone else
coordinate like 2 attacks.
Target the other guy contributing to that knowledge, then the slot goes to destruction.
Yeah.
And they'll have to pay Genium and wait again.
In the state of the game, you will start splitting the resources between your own city and the Oracle, because each slot costs quite a bunch of Genium. So you choose to either boost your own Oracle and try to win the game, or try to boost your city by developing your building and gain more experts.
Can we talk about, like, for example, personally in my alliance, we don't have an Oracle that's finished. Why do we have 2 projects going?
Because you can start a project in many sites, because each site in the world is competitive. the first alliance to complete the Oracle project at the site will gain the site for their own Oracle. So there are a few spots in the game that where you can build your Oracle. So if you start a project on more than one side, you are protected from other alliance that can try to outrun you with a mission and steal your site. So. Most of the time you want to finish at least one, but if you start an Oracle project, you can see view competitors. At this moment, you are the only alliance on this side, so there's no point in starting another project.
Yeah.
If you see there are more than one, because at this moment there are some spots that four alliance I think are trying to get. At this point, maybe a good strategy to abandon the site and start a new project.
Okay, so several alliances can build oracles on the same space.
Yeah, they can try to build an oracle, but only one will be built. The first project to be complete.
I guess it.
You can select projects.
Okay,
Yeah.
so right now on our site, there's ours and there's another one.
No, on the site there's only one alliance.
Okay, we have one in Spain
you have
and one
two
in Australia.
projects start,
Okay.
just to be sure.
And like as you can see, these are all. This is like basically you need like 5k Genia, I think, to start the project.
No Genia.
No Genia?
No Genia
Energy cost?
Just a mission. The
Okay.
mission will cost a lot of
Okay,
energy.
so you need all these dudes right here, the experts, and they're pretty high level. So that's why it's kind of like a mid to end game project, and that's when you need to coordinate with your alliance to send to. For example, I could decide that I'm gonna rush to get this expert right here with my media tower level 3, while Max, for example, is gonna rush to upgrade his geology lab, so that together, in the end, within the alliance, we're gonna complete the oracle as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's how the first alliance did.
Yeah, they
They
complete
split their
themselves.
resources, they made their own buildings, so to get all the experts the sooner as possible, and they created their oracle faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
One question about how one defend his oracle. You defend your oracle the same way you defend yourself. So make sure your shield is powerful. So upgrading your reactor to high level will give you more question to defend yourself. So it's one question to be answered right when you're attacked per reactor level. So the higher the level of your reactor is, the better to defend yourself and your oracle. And one thing is about the oracle attack, it takes more powerful attack unit to attack an oracle, because you have, and let's say one of the knowledge involved in your oracle is knowledge level 6. That's not, but it includes similar level fragments. So we take the highest level of the any fragments within the knowledge to determine the strength of the attack you need necessary to attack a specific slot. So that's why not every single slot required the same attack
Can you
unit.
simplify this?
Yeah.
Because I didn't get it.
It's kind of really simple because the game will let you know what you need to.
Basically, you
If
need
it-
that strong attack
if
to
it's-
attack oracle
if
slot,
it's
because
too-
it's much
Okay,
tougher
and
than attacking a player.
And when we're talking about strong attacks, we're meaning like this. If I, for example, I
Yeah.
attack this guy, the higher level attack is necessary. Is that what you
Yeah.
guys mean? Okay. So I cannot use like a low level attack, like level 1 or
Level
level 2.
1 won't work for any slot. I think the lowest level attack unit
Would
is
be
4 or something like it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to actually understand the complexity of what we did in the twisted mind of Max. The UI will let you know if your attack unit is powerful enough or not. So if it does not, upgrade your spy center, and you'll unlock more powerful units.
Correct. Spy center, right here. Secret service, actually, it's not a spy center.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So the higher level, you get more attacks each levels.
I'm looking at all that stuff in code usually, so I don't read most of the things written in the game. Except the questions.
Any more questions?
No, we'll have to go back and answer a question on population, see if there's actually a bug or something. but I think we're covered with that, and we're more than 30 minutes into
Yeah.
this live.
Yeah.
So until you all leave and get bored, I think we'll wrap it up for this week.
Yeah, we covered pretty much all the topics.
Send your questions.
We didn't answer
this-
that.
oh,
At the moment, we don't have any kind of garbage collect or something that remove the dead player, inactive player from the game, but
Yeah.
it will be added in the functional game, so,
Yeah.
the spots can be used by other
Available
players.
again.
That's something we're working on. And we're also discussing this morning having different images for the cities, so you could easily see what cities are strong and which cities are not, to instead of
Yeah.
clicking on every single one.
Yeah.
Because
that's-
now we know that they all look pretty much the same, even though they are not. So the tooltip let you know.
I like Vietnam personally. I like.
There's a lot of people
I like to look at this.
in
It's great.
Asia and Vietnam in particular.
Yeah.
So we'll be working on it.
Okay.
So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't hesitate, send questions and suggestions on the content you'd like us to cover in the next video. Put it on forums and we will go and have a look at it, so we get prepared correctly for the next one.
All right. And we plan to do these live streams weekly. So see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye guys.
How do we stop this?
You press 9.